What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman and Ben Rasa here for Awesemo.com, and we are back with the PGA contenders, this time for the Wyndham. So be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. I'm excited to be back, hopping on one of these again. Last time I was here for this video, we were talking Olympic golf. Now we are back, normal PGA Tour, and we are slowly but surely getting to the end of it all.
That's an understatement. Yeah, FedEx Cup playoffs are set to begin very, very soon. This week is notorious for the pressure of the 125. Who's going to lose their card potentially? Who may have to go to the Korn Ferry Tour? And who could make that miraculous move? It's difficult to talk about. We talk about this in the DFS streets. I don't let it impact my wagers too much. I think it's an overblown angle, but it is an exciting tournament nonetheless.
So I don't know how you did last week. Do you want the honors? Do you want to go first or second? Do you deserve to go first or second?
I don't think I deserve to go. I deserve probably to go third. Scotty Scheffler did not close for me. It was fine. And you know, it's golf. Like, you hit one outright a year and you're coming out ahead. It can be frustrating at times. Yeah, Kevin Na, right at the beginning, that was your year in a nutshell. I'm going first. Russell Henley, 35-1 to win this tournament. When I think about Wyndham and I think about Sedgefield, I think ball striking, and you got to make a lot of putts because it's a very easy course. This is a Bermuda. This is right in Russell Henley's wheelhouse. He's a good Bermuda putter. He can get crazy hot with the irons. And that's kind of the formula. It's what he needs to do. Now, the form and the consistency and things like that, it's not the best I've ever seen, but again, he's 35-1 for that specific reason. I'm going to throw out the Open where he got cut. Before that, he had gained more than 3.5 strokes on the approach in 3 straight, including north of 6 at the John Deere and the US Open. So I know he can do it. If he pairs up the irons and he pairs up the putting, he's the type of guy that could win at a pretty nice clip at 35-1.
No qualms. Looked into him a little bit. Ended up going a little bit shorter of odds, going to 28-1. Brian Harmon having an exceptional 2021, clearly the best year of his career. Tied for 6th here in 2019, tied for 27th in 2020. He's got 5 top 10s this year, and obviously I need the whole Megillah, but 5 top 10s doesn't hurt. Being accurate off the tee at Sedgefield is as good as it's going to get for you, and that's fantastic for someone like Harmon. Ranks 39th in driving accuracy. And we know that he's a high-end player around the green. So this is going to come down to how he handles his irons. If he's average in his approach, he'll be solid. If he happens to be above average, he's going to be in contention on Sunday. And that's what I'm looking for. Slight uptick in some of his approach game will put me right where I need to be on Sunday. And then you just got to hope for a little bit of luck. But at 28-1, I'm willing to take that shot.
He was bad last week, and I kind of like that as a bounce back. The putter was a little colder, and he has the formula too. You know what he's not going to just overpower a course. He needs to make a lot of putts. He needs to keep it out of the thick stuff, and this is a course that kind of allows you to do that. My next bet, definitely my favorite of the 3. I don't understand this line. Not that anyone's thinking about this guy. It's Jason Dufner. I'm going to the top 20 market. 8-1 on a top 20 for Jason Dufner. I really don't understand that. This is a guy in his last 3 tournaments, 18th, 26th, and 28th. He has been positive off the tee, on the approach, and around the green in all 3. We know he can't putt. That is what holds him back, but it hasn't been dismal. He's not in the, Aaron Wise, who I looked at. He's lost 10 strokes putting in 2 events. That's ridiculous. Dufner is around, he's losing a stroke here and there, a couple strokes. You can still get inside the top 20 for that. Maybe it caps your wins, your top 5s, things of that nature, but this is a good course for a guy like Dufner, a short hitter. He is striking it fantastic. 8-1, that is just that's a straight misprice in my book. I see 5-1, I see 6-1. Looking at some of the more efficient European books, I see 4.5-1. 8-1, run to the window and grab Jason Dufner in some capacity.
I don't have Dufner, but we are sort of doing the exact same thing here, finding some top 20s, which is the same spot that I'm going for this one. And it just seems like some of these lines are off. I'm going to plus 600, top 20 for Michael Thompson, who's 75th here in 2019, which I shouldn't have to explain to you what that means, but that is about as bad as you can do while making the weekend. He's 16th on tour in driving accuracy this year. I explained previously for Harmon how much I'm looking into driving accuracy for this tournament. He has made 3 straight cuts: John Deere, 3M, Barracuda. He's got 3 top 20s this season: Houston, Amex, and Honda. And he's generally going to rely on the putter, but he's been a positive tee to green guy this year. Plus 600 seems way too high given some of his performances. And that makes a lot of sense because if you look around for numbers, I'm seeing plus 400, plus 450. So much like you just said, if you can get plus 600, grab it as fast as you can because it's not the same pretty much everywhere else.
He's a tough guy, but I will say he has a straight kind of formula, and it's going to be Bermuda courses, most likely par 70s. You know, Michael Thompson is someone we've seen where he plays a lot of it's Florida swing, and there's a reason for that. So I get what you're doing there. I'll be honest, I like Dufner a little more than him, getting 8 to 1 there, but it's the same ballpark. You're doing exactly the same thing that I'm doing there, and let's hope. I mean, top 20, it's not like it's not outright style. We could both cash that easily.
I'm basically running back the exact same bet that I just explained previously for Thompson. We're going to the top 20 market once again. Same number, plus 600 for Bryce Garnett. He was tied for 6th here in 2019, missed the cut last year. Same sort of story here. Made 3 straight cuts: Barbasol, 3M, Barracuda, few top 10s, Puerto Rico, Corrales, Travelers. Another guy that's super accurate off the tee, 6th in driving accuracy this year. He's a good putter. Now, obviously, there is a slight talent gap between Garnett and Harmon. It's just tiny, just a little bit, but the blueprint's the same. The approach game's going to do everything here. But for Harmon, I need an outright. For Garnett, I just need to get to the top 20. So keep the ball in the fairway. Going to be a solid putter. It's all going to come down to what that mid to long iron game is going to look like. That's what I need. And this time I only need to get to the top 20. If either one of these hit, Thompson or Garnett, fantastic. Only need one of those guys to get into the top 20. And this is a absolute success for this betting card, given how ridiculous those numbers are right now.
I'll take it one step further. You could add my Dufner in there. You still come out way ahead, and you have 3 chances.
Exactly.
I don't get those numbers. Bryce Garnett, someone at OHL, he's always excelled. There's a lot of similarities to the Mayakoba course in this. He's a formula guy, same type of player. He's not going to week in, week out probably be consistent on tour because depending on the course and the field strength, no offense to Bryce Garnett, it's just not going to happen. But these are the types of weeks he can certainly get in the mix occasionally. And 6 to 1, you only got to be right a couple times a year on these. And this is one I really think that there are inefficient lines more so than a normal week in the top 10 and top 20 markets. So look to take advantage of that. That's what we're going to try to do, get some momentum heading into the FedEx Cup playoffs.
3 picks up, 3 picks down. One last reminder, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. Ben, where are we next week?
I think it is the FedEx Cup playoffs. I could be wrong on that, but I'm gonna say that we're somewhere in the Northern Trust episode of the golf season. But you know what? You got to come back. Is that right?
Gets it.
Okay, good. Well, that's good. That's a good sign. Maybe I'll get the picks right too. I've nailed that. Unfortunately, you don't get any money for that. But no, I like what we've done here. It's an interesting week. And of course, stay tuned Wednesday night, live before lock, me and Eric Lindquist. If you have DFS questions and betting questions, we're certainly taking them on that show. That's what it's there for. So a lot of updates on that regard. Stay tuned for more PGA golf here at Awesemo, and of course, more betting content on the Awesemo Odds YouTube channel.
Couldn't have said it any better myself. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff. We will see you next week on another edition of the PGA Contenders.